Hi everyone, this is Luna from Aspie Game Girl, and today we're gonna play and review Swatch. The game is available on Kickstarter and this is just a preview of the game, meaning the graphics that you are going to see on this video are not the final graphics. You can go to their Kickstarter campaign and see how the game has developed. So let's see how the game plays, and afterwards I will tell you my thoughts on the game. If you like this video, consider subscribing to my channel for similar content. Okay, let's see how the game plays. Swatch is a game for 1 to 4 players in which each player gets supplies to mix them in order to get Swatch cards. The game ends when a player completes their scheme and doesn't have any remaining colors in their supply. This player wins the game. Separate the Swatch cards into 6 decks according to their number and place them in order on the top of the playing area. Shuffle the action cards and play 15 cards below the Swatch decks, making a grid of 3 by 5, and set the deck next to it. Choose a color and take a meeple, and get a reference card. Shuffle the scheme cards and deal 3 cards to each player. Each player takes 1 and discard the rest. Do not reveal your scheme to other players. Place the color tokens on the supply. In each round, there will be an active row that shifts from top to bottom and then starts back on the top. At the beginning of the round, each player draws a card from the deck. In the first round, the first player is selected at random. In future rounds, the starting player is the one that has their artist on the left side of the row. The order continues from left to right. In their turn, players can perform 2 actions in any order. Pick up a card from the active row and play an action card from your hand. Place the artist below the card that you want to pick. Then you can either play the card or add it to your hand. The last player has the possibility to skip the active row and place the artist on the next row. To do so, the player draws a card from the deck and places it in their hand. They might perform the second action. As a second action, the player may play a card, and they can do it regardless if they play a card on the previous action. The player must end their turn with no more than 5 cards on their hand. At the end of the round, players will refill the empty spaces on the active row. There are 3 types of action cards: add, swap, and mix. Take the number of tokens shown on the card and add it to your supply. Exchange 1 cyan, magenta, or yellow from your supply to any of those colors from the bank or any other player. Mix cyan, magenta, or yellow to get red, green, or blue. You must mix the same color the number of times shown on the cards. Swatch cards shows the amount of colors that you need in order to pay its cost. All cards must be paid with RGB colors. At any point during your turn, you may get the card as long as you can fully pay it. Players can only buy the cards on the top of each deck. The scheme cards show you the combination that you need in order to win. Players need to buy 3 cards, 1 from each deck shown on the card. The game ends when at the end of the round, a player has completed their scheme and doesn't have any colors left in their supply. If a player completes their scheme but has colors left, the game continues and the player can decide not to add cards to their hand, place the artist on the right side of the active row, and then return 1 color piece from their supply. So this is Swatch. Okay, so what I like about the game was the theme. I really enjoy how they were able to mix this, like you add some colors and have other colors as a result. And I'm a really visual person, so I really enjoy seeing colors and mixing them in real life. So to have a game that allows you that is kind of cute. And more than this theme has been developed a couple of times in another type of games, but not in one that you are actually mixing the colors, or that I know of. So when you are playing, getting a scheme card is quite easier than you will thought. But the thing is that the game is not about only having the scheme card, but not wasting supplies, so you cannot have any colors remaining in order to win. So I think that add on that little thorn of events at the end adds something to the game and gives the possibility of other players to catch up. And that is another thing that I like, that they thought about the disadvantage that the last player may have, and there is a way for you to skip ahead in order for you to get cards that you need. Something that I think it will make the game more dynamic, more interaction between players. You have the swap card that allows you to swap one resource to either another player or the bank, is your choice. But then there is just one element there. So I believe this game goes more for that audience of like, I just want something to chill, like nothing that I have to have like a ton of a strategy on, but still it's going to be interesting to have like someone to play with and you can talk while playing and you don't have to be like totally focused on the game. So yeah, basically this is what I have to say about the game. And remember, the game is available on Kickstarter.